What's up, everybody? It's Saquon Barkley, and I'm about to watch and react to my most memorable moments in my first season as a Philadelphia Eagle.
Here goes Barkley into the clear, all the way home. He turned around and jumped over. He didn't think to do that.
And it is caught for a touchdown by Barkley. Saquon Barkley.
Definitely the best play that I've made so far in my career.
3rd and 6 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, so I checked pro, got out. Jalen does a good job in progression. One-on-one, make a miss, spin, and then whatever you kind of call that, a leap or a jump or hurdle backwards, however you want to call it.
Makes the first guy miss. The spin move at the last second.
Bro.
And then, what is that?
I have never, ever seen that in an NFL game.
You didn't do that?
Are you kidding me?
The cool thing about this play, two things. One was the reaction of my teammates, which I saw after.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
A lot of guys came up to me during the game and was like, that's the best play I've ever seen. I played around with it jokingly in training and in drills. Just timed it up perfect and jumped, kind of got lucky.
He turned around and jumped over him. You didn't even think to do that.
The reaction from this play was big. Got a lot of love from everybody in the world. It's a cool play that I had and part of NFL history and especially Philadelphia history. This is from me going back to MetLife. It's an experience I truly would never forget.
It's the return of Saquon Barkley. Once the face of the Giants, now a force for the Eagles.
Kind of want to send a message, for sure.
Coming off a win against Cleveland, and on 3rd down, has to dump it off, and that is Barkley with a tough hit. And still fighting, but short of the first down.
Stuff like that matters in games. It let the team know like what type of mindset I have and what type of mindset we're coming with. Especially kind of want to send a message to my team that I'm not gonna allow the fans or the boos to dictate how I play this game. Swing, boom. The play kind of speaks for itself. Just kind of set it up, low my shoulder.
Remind this Giants defense what's under the hood. Don't forget who you lost in number 26.
And when I was going to the sideline, some of the guys I know, ex-former teammates, were like saying like, you still didn't get the first. And I kind of was just like,
Don't worry, I'm coming.
I'm just setting the tone. It's coming, it's coming.
Barkley has 4 rushing touchdowns this season and a touchdown catch.
2nd and goal. And this is just grit. This is just team football. This is what football is. I get stopped at the 2-yard line. I drive my feet, and I have the best O-line in the world. And they do a really good job of pushing me, or they have the mic'd up. Boom.
You a little ass boy. I'm in the end zone. You a little ass boy.
I'm calling the biggest dude in the NFL little. It's so far from the truth. That's football. It's a competitive sport. I'm a competitor. I'm a true competitor. I love talking crap. I think it just makes the game way more interesting and way more competitive. I feel like you see this moment when I score. I don't entertain the fans. Don't really gotta say too much. Let my game do the talking, and I think my game clearly did the talking during this week. 2K save, breaking 2,000 yards against the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons comes up to me in warm-ups. Mike Parsons, one of my good friends. He laughs and dabs me up and he goes, "I'm going to get that record next week." So I knew that it was going to be pretty tough for me.
All right, Carissa, Saquon Barkley, 29 carries, 135 yards, and the MVP chance begin here in Philadelphia. Officially 27 away from 2,000 yards.
My mindset this year was let everything come to me, and it was helpful, but this moment, I was kind of like, I'm going to make it work.
Saquon Barkley has been, and it certainly doesn't hurt that it came from a division rival.
Yeah.
This a run? Yeah, that's a run. Yeah. So I kind of knew what I needed throughout this drive and kind of just try to make everything work on that drive. I was bouncing back and forth.
Here, Saquon Barkley crosses the 25. And 2,000 for the season for Saquon Barkley.
2,000 is big. It's like it's only the game's been going for how many years? And there's only 9 people to ever do it, and I'm one of those 9.
And they're going to take a timeout here just to allow Barkley to get his due from this crowd.
And here is a moment I'll never forget. You hear the MVP chant. You understand, like, as a running back and, like, a fan of the game, to be able to have my name in the same category of the other 8 individuals that did that, it's super cool. And it's a moment that, like, when you're older and you're reflecting on your glory days, or I'm telling my son that, you know, I actually was a pretty good football player.
You just sit back and kind of enjoy. You're watching one of the best players of this era have the best season of his career.
It got a little bit colder, the flakes are bigger, and we are in the middle of an all-time playoff scene here in Philadelphia.
My favorite play of the season, a play that I kind of asked for on the sideline, just throughout the field of the game, feeling like it would work, and we had the opportunity to pop a big one.
Barkley time?
Oh, it has to be.
4-minute. Kind of didn't know if I should be on the left side or the right side. Take it to the crib, and you could see my excitement on this play, running, hitting my head, ball in my left hand. I'm a right-hand dominant guy, so another thing that I worked on.
And this one might send them to the championship game.
Just the environment, like the atmosphere, like it's hard to create that again. Just like how it looked, like I remember before the play just jumping, listening to music, trying to get in my mode, and just looking around, and you just see the snow falling down, and you just see the stadium, and then as I broke that long run, you could just hear how electric they were.
He breaks a tackle. He's on his way. Here he goes. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 78 yards.
It's a beautiful play because it takes everyone on that play. It takes Jalen making the right check. It takes the O-line doing exactly what they need to do. It takes the wide receiver blocking down the field. My favorite part of that is like there's a slow motion version of it, NFL filmed, and you can see everybody reaction. Like Landon's running like this, AJ's like smiling, running. I'm hitting my head, and that's the beauty of football. And a football play could bring so much emotion out of grown men, and you can see it all from everybody's faces in that moment. So it's pretty cool.
He's hit another home run against the Rams, and this one might send them to the championship game.
The Link is a special place, and there's been so many special moments in the Link. You know, I hope in the future people will be able to look at that moment as another one.
It is the NFC Championship game from Philadelphia as the Eagles play host to the Commanders for the right to go to Super Bowl 59.
It's the NFC Championship game. It's a lot on the line. The winner goes to the Super Bowl. The mindset kind of going into this game, too, is the last time we played this team, we lost. We kind of gave the game away. That's why you got to be careful what you do. We remember how they celebrated. If this was college, they would have stormed the field. That's what it felt like. So that definitely was on the back of our mind. Funny thing about this game, they just had a drive of 17 plays or 18 plays, and our defense did a really good job of holding them to 3.
And the kick is up and good. So an 18-play drive, the longest of the year for the Commanders. They settle for 3, and it's 3-zip early.
Was able to pop a big one off early, get into the end zone and start the party off right.
And I want to see him play in rhythm in the pass game. I don't want him to hold the ball too long back there in the pocket like he did last week.
Fake jet sweep, toss. Jordan and AJ do a really good job of basically knocking down the whole line. I make a move, spin, kind of spin out of it, and just take to the crib. Not a bad way to start the NFC Championship game for sure. I was just like in my zone, and I tried to like shoulder bump with Zach, and I missed him. So I was like, how do I play this cool? You don't really expect your first touch to be a 60-yard dash. It was good. More of like, not like tired from conditioning, more of like your adrenaline and like just like your just energy coming off you that makes you like in that like, and like you gotta also control that and control your breathing because, you know, that's the first play of the game for offense and we have long games to go.
Chill! Hey, chill! Chill!
That's kind of like my little like, chill, like don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right. I've been doing that since like high school, but that's kind of like a little insider thing. I'm just kind of like, just chill. I think this play right here shows you what the 2024 Eagles are about.
Ready to start the second half back here in New Orleans. Both teams searching for some offense. Just 3-0 as we go to the second.
It was a tough team. At this point, the Saints were the Super Bowl favorites. They were going to win the Super Bowl because they beat Dallas by however much, and they were 2-0. We were, everyone was saying we weren't worth the damn.
2 turnovers have doomed them, and still looking for their first points.
The play before this, we throw a ball to Smitty. Smitty gets knocked out of the game.
Again, it's Smith. 3 straight throws to him to start this drive, and then he gets crunched with Christian Boyd coming back and hitting him. Yeah, he took a shot.
Everyone rallies behind Smitty and make sure Smitty's okay. And a lot of people don't realize it. The next play, this is the next play after what happened to Smitty. This moment is just like, we got our brothers back, and that's why it's one of my favorite moments of the season.
So now who? Here's Barkley, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's the guy. He's gonna take it. Touchdown from 65.
And this literally shows you about a team and an offense being together.
Saquon saves the day for Philly. On the board early in the 4th.
I love this play because, one, the communication and how the guys stepped up on the offensive line. You got Fred Johnson, got Tyler Steen, who aren't starters, who are backups, and they come in and do an unbelievable job there. And then the communication between Cam, Landon, and Jordan, how they pass this off, and then using my speed to break however long run, 65-yard run. And then I jump into the end zone. I get stuck there, and again, talk about team. Fred helps me. Fred's like people don't know, like I'm actually stuck up there, and Fred, big self, comes and grabs me and pulls me out of there. It shows you how together we are as a team, and that's why it's one of my favorite moments of the season. First touchdown to the Eagles against the Packers. Obviously, we opened the year up in Brazil. It was electric. The whole environment was pretty cool and unique.
We welcome you to São Paulo, Brazil, the largest city in the Southern Hemisphere.
We didn't start the game as we would like on offense. My first carry as a Philadelphia Eagle, I slipped and probably lost 5 yards.
Craig pitched to Barkley, his first carry as an Eagle, and his feet went out from under him.
But we started getting things rolling, and this is the first touchdown I had as a Philadelphia Eagle.
In the gun, Hurts.
They blitz on this play. Jalen kind of gives me a great. Jalen gives me a great ball there.
No chance for Isaiah McDuffie in man coverage. He came from the inside out, and Barkley was wide open.
We would run this play during camp. My job was just to win with speed. And, we had the look where I would get man on with the linebacker, and Jalen kind of just trust me and threw a dime, kind of jumped up. I wish I would have caught it a little better. At the end of the day, it was a touchdown. I tried to they didn't get the touchdown celebration I do for my daughter when I score. I do the I heart you. So they didn't get that part, but she's probably sleeping by that time anyway. But it was electric, it was fun. It was cool to see how everybody reacted. And that was the first of many that game. It was kind of just love and support. And when I got to the sideline, everyone, kind of congratulated me on being, a Philadelphia Eagle.
Welcome to the Birds, baby.
I don't think you need a lot of motivation for the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 59. Here we go.
It was just a confidence that we had throughout the week, knowing that, we play the type of football we know how to play. This team really, really couldn't mess with us.
It's on the sneak. Kyle drives his way in. Touchdown. Deshaun is in. Touchdown. Some of the pros. Hurts lets it go. Complete. A.J. Brown. He's in. Touchdown.
We were so locked in, taking it play by play, that when we went to halftime, a lot of us didn't even know what the score was. We knew it was a lot to little. So really buying in to staying focused.
32.
This helmet catch, I wouldn't really say it's so much of a highlight. Definitely could have caught the ball better.
Hurts looking deep, out there. Now it's going to flow up for Barkley, who hangs on, falling backwards down to the 4.
But I had the same catch against Washington the second time we played them when we lost. I dropped it. I had that moment earlier and had a big drop and was able to make sure I secure the catch.
He rolls to the outside, and he is firing to a wide-open Barkley inside the 5.
We did a great job, all phases. Offense, defense, special teams came out to play, and Super Bowl champs. Thanks for following along, watching all these great plays from my first season. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let us know who you would like to see next in this tier. Much love.